welcome, everybody. Hey, so I'm sitting here in my new studio um, with the studio cat and just kind of getting settled in. I moved in today, actually. Moved in yesterday, and then I started setting up today, so I'm a little bare bones, but it's good to see everybody here. Hi, everyone. Oh, hi. welcome. So we're just gonna, I don't know, let's just hang out for a second while everybody comes in here. Hold on, let's see. I'm getting a little bit of feedback for some reason. Let's see here. I think it's playing the actual live in the background. What a funky thing. Well, I'm just going to pull these out and it's going to play it in the background without me listening. So, hi Adela. Hi Jeremy. So, as a lot of you know, yesterday was a Leo new moon, and Mercury is going retrograde again soon. And so, with that combination of things, it's kind of about busting out, right? And reconnecting with community. I've had such a crazy year so far already. It's been hard to slow down enough to focus on connecting with everybody. And now that I've got everything, I've cleared my slate, that's going to be my main jam. So if anybody has any questions to begin with that they want to ask, feel free. In the meantime, I'm just going to get into it for the Leo new moon. And if any of you are into new moons as much as I am, I like to do petitioning and all of that. I'm going to try to set up a new moon club, like a lunar club, to start doing this kind of thing every new moon. Yeah, let me know. Can everyone hear? Can everyone hear? Take your time. Among other things, so I'm bringing on, I had a realization the other day that I always feel like I'm not doing enough, even though I'm doing the most. And it's just because I need help. So I'm hiring on family to help me do this kind of thing and stay active in that way. And so I can focus on making art and new cards and things like that. So let's just get into it. I'm going to do just a general reading for this Leo new moon and just see what comes out. I'm going to try to intuit the message coming through for whomever is listening. And thanks everyone for hanging in, for showing up. We'll get these things more scheduled here starting this week. A little bit more of a lead time. All right. So So for everyone, this astrological period, actually I'll turn these around so everyone can see. I'm sorry my wire is going to be in the way. Just wanted to make sure everyone could hear me clearly. So for everyone during this astrological period, it's about moving forward in a direction that is bold, community-oriented, bright, showing off. You know, I was listening to this podcast about just astrology of the year, and they attributed this Leo new moon to being like, what do you, what's it called? RuPaul's Drag Race. So it's encouraging everyone to kind of just like bust out, be extra, make moves if there's something, you know, some blockages inside of you that are present when you think about doing something out in the open. Now is a really good time to do it, hence why we're doing a live and all of that other stuff, dressing up, that kind of thing. But so far I see, yes, like I was saying, the this Mercury retrograde is going to be very oriented, at least intuitively, around finding community and reconnecting with community that we've fallen out from, and staying grounded in the details of what we would like our life to be, right? So we've got this go energy, this movement energy, and a bridge is really fun. I love this card because it is a shortcut in a way, right? You have to walk down the banks of a river for a long time sometimes to find a proper crossing. And this is a time to cross that river that's been holding you back, that fast moving energy that's stopping you, that you feel like might wash you away, right? And so dispelling any illusions around anything that you're doing and going into this new area of life that is more situated towards your internal world, coming out and going by our gut, right? Everybody still hanging? So, that being said, does anyone have any questions that they want to ask the cards? Do some readings. It kind of is a sunrise. Check it out. It's a new day, right? That sun is coming up over the water there. Have you had a chance to play with the print and play at all yet? I haven't tried it myself. Okay. Adela says, I haven't done any artwork in months. I wonder what's blocking me. Let's find out. Let's find out how to get over that block, huh? All right. Interesting. You got the same card. You get the exact same card. I feel like that reading was just for you there. It wasn't time. It wasn't yet time, you know. This is a good, yes, this is a good period of time. Hi, this is the studio cat. This is little brother. He's really friendly. He's really scrappy too. Super junkyard cat. I'm in a really scrappy warehouse these days. That sun coming up. This is a great time to go into the details of what you want. Again, I feel like I'm just reiterating that message is for you, is that right now, sometimes just to, especially in my own practice, I often feel blocked for some reason or another, and then I sit down and I just start something, and that's the most like painful, excruciating part, is like getting going on the thing. But once I start doing it, I remember how much I love it, and it starts unfolding for itself. So I think for you, the thing that you have to do to successfully start approaching art again is to just do the thing, do the work, do the artwork. Just start making some, and let go of control as well. You've got this. I don't know. Do you have some sort of tendency towards trying to control everything and make it right? If you do, I would say that's kind of what's holding you back, in a way that you need to just have more fun with it, right? This is the card of making art, you know? This is the card of making art and music. What is it, little brother? Hi, I see you. Hi, bud. Hi, bud. So this is the, oh, stop, he's biting my back. Cat, what are you doing? Do you need attention? I don't even know you that well. Okay, you're gonna come up here then. You're gonna be the star of the show for a minute. So, yeah, so the Chaos card is the card of letting go of control and making something new, you know. If you've ever written a song or anything like that, or made a new piece of art, it's always really, you have to kind of be chaotic if you're going to discover something new, because that's where the newness comes from. So I hope that answers your question. Hi, this is a very Leo time. Look at you. You, Leo. You're a star, kid. You're a star. So, does anyone else have any questions? Wondering if we can clarify what will be the primary focus of the upcoming journey. Sure. Elmore Bolonis. I like it. Excuse me. Wondering if we can clarify what will be the primary focus of my upcoming journey. Sure. Trusting yourself. Hi. You're making it hard, bud. Stop that. Stop that. This is chaotic. You're chaotic. What are you doing? Give me that. I'm gonna kick you off, young man. Sorry, everyone. Let's see. Excuse me. Okay. All right. Okay. Time to go. Thank you. So yeah, trusting yourself, trusting your gut, and moving towards personal responsibility. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, and you have a responsibility to be brave. A lot of this is just going forward in a way that is grounded, and so you're not shook up, right? You need to go forward in a way that is grounded and whole. Into a place of bravery and brightness. You know, you got the Leo card, and this is the Leo reading on that Saturn. And Saturn is like the father figure of the zodiac. Saturn is going and doing the things that we think we aren't prepared to do, and then we do it, right? We're made, the situations make us do it, and for you, it's to move into a place of Ryori. You keep getting this one too. Call upon the dead, so get the ancestors involved as well. Maybe start some sort of spirit work, some sort of spirit practice. And if anyone just entered into the chat, you can put your questions in the chat and I will answer them. Any questions at all are welcome. I hope that makes sense. If not, let me know. But it should make sense. Yeah, you got the Pluto over the Call Upon the Dead card, and Pluto is interesting. Pluto rules the underworld. Pluto is here to, you know, bring things back to us. Oftentimes, like Plutonian energy is there to bring things up from the underworld. And I love this card. I mean, I love ancestor work and things like that. You don't have, yeah, Pluto definitely does come for you. Let's see. True, that's stray cat. So, maybe my fear. Yeah, I mean, you have the responsibility to not let fear win, man. You gotta let the light in. And you know, Pluto is about becoming new as well. Pluto will kill you and then bring you back sometimes. I like Plutonian energy. It's kind of like it can be like Phoenix energy, you know what I mean? If you burn out, then you can, or like burn off the old, then you can come new, become new. That makes sense. So, let's shuffle these guys. Anybody else has any questions, let me know. I love doing this kind of thing. I'm so excited. You know, the final product gets shipped out on Friday. It's a lot. I wish I had it with me. I have a blank version of it, and it's so much thicker and bigger than I had anticipated. But it's gonna be beautiful. Oh, thank you so much, Adela. Yeah, I love these things. They've definitely changed my life. And I mean, I think I'm up to like 120 cards now, so it's going to be exciting to get these to everybody in their full force. And if ever anyone has any ideas for cards that they would like to see, I'm going to always be open to suggestions. I'm trying to make my full time just doing research and drawing and things like that. So if ever you have an idea, let me know. You know, I've been slacking on my ancestor work quite a bit too. I just started back again. It can be difficult to keep it up with a lot of consistency, but I do notice like there's a great amount of change that happens in my life for the better when I do my ancestor work. Especially the next day, usually I have, you know, it's the only days that I am full of energy for some reason. Yeah, I have thought about doing a tarot deck actually. I just found my grandmother's, my great-grandmother Rose's system for doing it. She had a more like a Lenormand style deck that used like playing cards, and I thought that would be a really wonderful thing to one thing at a time. I'm gonna try to get these out and into the world and then start on that. I'm actually also working on something really cool. I haven't told anyone about it yet because I just started concepting it. I don't know when it'll be out. It might be this year, it might be next year, it might be in 2 years, I don't know, but there's these things, these books that they would make back in the day, and it would be made of pages that accordioned out, and then there would be a hole in the front of the book, of the cover, and you would accordion it out really long and then look into the hole, and it would make this diorama out of all of the pages. It's called a window book. Might be worth looking into. I'm gonna try to make one of those of Dante's Inferno. I think that would be really sweet. Kind of like a pop-up book, but a little more hellish, based off of some strange experiences that I've had. But I thought that would be really fun. But yeah, I do want to make a tarot deck at some point. I want to do all the things. I think I'm going to also be releasing a mini version of this, and I'll always be expanding on it. Yeah, like a pop-in book. I would love to make a tarot. Should I make it square? That's the real question. And for anybody that's in here that's just joined, if you have any questions for me to ask the tarot or the oracle, please let me know. A squareo. This is my squareo. And I'm so excited, guys. I have moved 12 times since 2020. My entire life I've moved 12 times, different households, different studios. And it feels so good to be, I just got to Los Angeles and it feels good to be stable and ready to just be and do, as opposed to, I don't know, move and try to keep it together. I made this thing while I was moving 12 times, by the way. Just craziness. So much movement. But you know, that's what I wanted, and that's what life required, and I'm glad. It afforded me a lot of beautiful experiences. Anybody else have any questions that they'd like to ask? Anything at all. You can ask the cards, you can ask about the cards, we can just chat about stuff. It doesn't really matter. For me, this whole period is going to be about sharing myself, you know, with Leo energy, that kind of like friendly energy, and building community, something that I've really wanted to do. I've been trying to do that for a while, and I'm actually a little bummed because I just, you know, this year's been so intense, so crazy for great reasons, wonderful reasons, but I hadn't been able to focus as much on building and keeping this community as vibrant as I'd hoped. So now I'm gonna do it again. Is this the kind of work you make while you're moving? It's amazing. I wonder what you'll do when you're in one place. Yeah, right? Man, me too. I'm excited. I'm not usually like a schedule kind of guy, but I'm like sitting down and making schedules. Like, I'm excited to be on a schedule. I'm excited to be ready to just show up to my workplace, not worry about anything except for making the work. He says, yeah, it blows my mind that you can do this on the move. Hey, thanks. Cora said, I pulled plant seeds and earth today. Oh, nice. How fitting. I want to do a YouTube series too, or just even short videos for the the website. I'm going to be making a really robust website full of all sorts of ideas. I love building websites that are like repositories. One of the ideas that I had was just having a section that's a combination of cards and what they could potentially mean. Core just brought up the plant seeds card and the earth card. I can't remember exactly what combination. Oh, look at that. Plant seeds. It was the plant, now that I think of it, it was the plant seeds card and the activate your intuition card. Someone was asking me about a health situation they had going on with their brain, and when I pulled all of the cards, it looked like plant medicines. It just kind of unfolded into a very clear picture of a way forward through plant medicine. Should I take this literally and make a garden? I mean, always make a garden. Yes, life's a garden. Dig it. Let's see. See why you pulled the plant seeds in the Find Earth card. Sorry everyone, let me just do this. Oh yeah, you got the same, you got the Find Earth card again. Were you asking about how you feel? If you were, it looks as though that particular situation with the plant seeds and Find Earth has more to do with focusing on your own bodily well-being. Does that make sense? Going into your own being and starting something, maybe like a journey for health. I'm not sure. Let me see. Interesting. I don't know, you got some of the same cards. But it's asking you on a very just like straightforward read. It's telling you to take time to connect with your body. That looks like exercise or meditation and yoga, and then it's telling you to be detail oriented. So if you're looking for a way forward, your way forward is to slow down for a minute and do some sort of bodily exercise, like real bodily exercise, get any tension out, and then sit down and really go through the minutia of your what you're trying to do. I always tell people to focus on the feeling. Yeah, focus on the feeling, Leo. This one keeps popping up for you as well, which, you know, if something is hindering you, definitely try to name it. This is the card of naming. You have to name the thing before you can identify it. Man, I went to a hot spring the other day and just laid in a 107 degree one, and then I jump in and get in like the 44 degree one. I did that for like an hour. It made me feel brand new. I wish I could do that every day. Get that cold water. Cold water. If anybody has any questions, I'm going to keep saying this. If anyone has any questions, please put them in the comments below and I will pull some cards. If anyone has any questions about the trajectory of the Mercury Oracle, please let me know. I'm trying to set up my studio to make more videos in a more professional manner again. I'm trying to get all my lights and stuff together. I've got my big one over here, and building out a little set over here, and yeah, that's crazy. I went to a friend's house and we did some hot and cold tub. Oh, it's so nice. It's so good for you. If you want to get rid of your stress for the day, just do it in the morning. Start by doing it in the AM, and then you're just stress-free all day long. You got that cold. So the cards come with a booklet explaining what they mean, how to read them. Yeah, I wrote 120, it's a 130 page book now. It's 130 pages. It has all of the layouts, all of the meanings, and some good resources too. I would like to try to expand it to be book resources and things, but I'm thinking of just putting that's one of the things that I want to put on the website, is have all of these resources of kind of like not necessarily a bibliography, but something that functions like that, so you can open up. If I'm going to reach out to the community too and see if anyone's interested in doing like book club type stuff, and yeah, all that. It'd be fun to do some group once all of these get sent out. Just have everybody who wants to join in on one of these lives, and we'll do card readings together and talk about what the possible combinations could mean, that kind of thing. That might even be better for Zoom, so we can see everyone. Yeah, me too. And I need help. That's something that I'm learning. I need help from the community in steering this kind of stuff and telling me what they'd like to learn and all of that, because I really want to start. I mean, I just wrapped up everything that I was doing. It's been a crazy, crazy year, and I just can't wait to do group activities. That's my favorite thing in the world. What are some practices to help find what we need to name? That's a great question. Let me pull a card. There's a bunch of different things that you can do. If it's a illusory, I think that well, let me do this first. Oh, interesting. So something with the nighttime. This is a bodily practice in the evening as well. I would say it kind of looks like spirit work. I don't know if you can see all of that, but I think so. Specifically for you. Yeah, those are the main things, right? Getting into your body and releasing any tension and connecting. Man, this Pluto card is coming up quite a lot as well. This feels like underworld energy. So the way that I see this is that it might be good to take time with one of the lunar mansions. I'll impart a story that just happened to me, and you were there for part of it. something was following me around for a long time, and actually Lauren was there for this, but I had to do exercise, an exorcism of a spirit that had been following me around for a really long time. Oh, somebody's here. Nice. Bumping outside. But what I would do if I were you is wait for a proper moon. I like to look at what full moon is in effect, because sometimes practitioners say that you shouldn't work with full moons. I particularly like working with full moons. I like working with new moons, but full moons are magnifying glass, right? And in certain configurations, they can illuminate different things. For me, I use the astrology of the Lionsgate portal to figure out what it was that was haunting me. It was kind of like it was a literal thing, though. It was a literal entity, right? That demon card can be literal, or it can be this other thing. And they're all spirits. They all exist within us. They all exist in their own world, and identifying them can be very, very difficult. What I find helpful is petitioning for help. So sitting down in the evening of a new moon or a full moon, I usually take a piece of craft paper, kind of like a grocery bag, like one of those brown bags. And only after I've written what it is that I'm looking to clarify, multiple times I'll write out 3 different copies of what it is I'm looking to clarify. And then I'll make a final draft that is a contract requesting that I get what I need, whatever it is that I need. And maybe I should make a video on this as well. And then on that, I'll do it at the height of the new moon or the height of the full moon. For you, it looks like some sort of full moon. Sit down on a full moon, probably the next one. I can go over this with you next time. And the day before the full moon, write out what it is that you're trying to clarify, right? I can actually, if you wait here, I can grab a petition and show you what it looks like. This one, let's see, this was in February. Cool, this is actually right before the launch of the Mercury Oracle. And what I did was I always start with Dear Universe, or to whom it may concern, anything like that. And then I write out what it is that I desire under this changed my life actually, under a Venus new moon. I came upon somebody that was really wise, and they said sometimes it's better not to write what we want, but to request what we need. So the way that I worded it was, because I guess at that point that is what I wanted. I want what I need, right? And so I wrote out under this Venus new moon that I want what I need, and then I went into specifics of what that would entail, and a lot of the specifics had to do with security and stability, or openness to to whatever it is that I needed, because sometimes we don't see what we need, right? So wanting what we need and putting it in a petition. So what you do, you dear universe, and then you write out everything that it is you're looking for. And then you sign and date it at the bottom because it's a contract. So this one was at 1:33 a.m. to 2023. But one trick that I also do at the end of my petitions is I'll always write "and then some." Instead of sincerely or anything like that, I'll write "and then some" because it allows room for extra. But for you, I think you should sit down, write it out, what it is you're looking for, in accordance with that moon. I would look into what the moon signifies, right? Different parts of the sky mean different things, do different things. You know, a new moon in Gemini or a full moon in Taurus is going to do totally different things, and angle it that way. But I always like to go back to wanting what I need. If that makes sense. I know I've been talking about this for a while. I'm not very, I'm quite scattered in my thinking today, just because I've been running so hard for so long. But make a petition. I'll send you a video on how to make a petition, and I think that I'll make a note and make a video on how to make petitions. That's a trip. I wrote a thing on Facebook like 10 years ago about what you want aligning with what you need, and Facebook just reminded me of it a couple days ago. Hey, that's cool. You know, it's a sign. And asking for help around this kind of stuff, especially in regards to answers and like minutia and things like that, is really, really helpful. Even just if it's the universe, if it's ancestors, I like to ask the universe under those moons, different like lunar mansions. You can ask whatever you want. Yeah, keep asking. First steps to get stabilized so I can start my trip on good footing. What are the first steps to get stabilized so I can start my trip on good footing? You got the Sun and Find Air. Find Air is the card of, I see this oftentimes when people are going to travel. This is also the card of thought, and so I imagine it's twofold in that you need to bring that Sun energy into your thinking and into the travel. So sit and imagine what it feels like to feel great, and for imagine what it feels like to have success in your travels, whatever that looks like. Everything that we do to achieve some sort of a feeling, and if we can embody that feeling, I'm sure you've heard of Neville Goddard, right? Doing the Neville Goddard work. But it looks like the sun's shining on you, man. The sun's shining on you right now. Things are lining up for you. It's time. But yeah, just make sure. You know, it's normal to be afraid or anything like that when you go on a long journey, but the trick is to, you know, not let the darkness win. You know, this looks like travel to me. That sun is shining. I'm curious about what this one is, but it looks like, yeah, it looks like just it's not a problem. That don't approach these as having any sort of problem in them. These situations, that there is beautiful dreamlike stuff at play here. So yeah, take time to dream and then go for it, man. I like it. I like it a lot. So, cool. Is anybody else wondering anything? Anybody else got any cues that I can A? I think I'm gonna start doing more guest spots too on my friends' card channels as well, bringing a lot of crossover. I'm gonna start trying to make some videos that are very fun. So I'm just trying to have fun at this point. So if anybody, again, if anyone has ideas, if you haven't noticed, I'm asking for ideas lately because I love to do that kind of thing. I love collaborating. But if nobody has any more questions, I just want to say thank you, everyone. Go forth with courage and shine bright, y'all. It's a new day. It was just a Leo new moon, and this Mercury retrograde is coming up. I keep bringing that up, but it's about connecting, you know? We've got a question here. Should we move this forward? All right. Catch it before we go. Man, everybody's gotten the bridge today. Every single person. This is a time when, I mean, yes, I think that it would be a good move for you. It all looks pretty beautiful. You got all this blue energy. You've got the joy card in the middle. Everybody's getting the Pluto energy too, which is like Plutonic energy is becoming new. Let it out with the old, in with the new. I would say it wouldn't be a bad idea. It looks pretty cool. You have to be specific. I know we've talked about that before. Be specific about what it is you're looking for, and that I think the way that we describe our world and dictates what becomes true in our world. And so if we're able to describe our world more beautifully, we get a more beautiful life. So if we're able to approach the way that we speak about what we desire and what we see more poetically, we live a more poetic life. And I see this in that there is a lot of beauty in a move for you. What will come about from a move? Yeah, I don't know. It just looks good. I would say so, yeah. A move would afford you some good jubies. And being seen more too, which is interesting. Yeah. Do it. Melissa has a question. Let's see. Make sure. Melissa. Should I let Brian go for good? Let's see. do you see all those swirly cards? All those swirls are joyous swirls. I only put the swirls on the joyous cards. I think moving to a new place will bring more ideas as well. More eyes on you and more ideas. Okay, so, and probably communicating to more the right people. This is for Melissa. Yeah, I would say so. I think, you know, if you have to ask whether or not you have to let someone go, you should let them go. You know, if it's coming from a place of turmoil, especially if the relationship is not bringing you balanced joy and love and all of the things that relationships should, then definitely. I mean, you got, I asked the deck if they could be as cut and dry as possible. And you got the yes, go. Which is just pretty straightforward. I hope that helps. Do you have any other questions for me in regards to that situation? That karmic shit, I can't do relationships where the past lives are entangled and you're like communicating psychically and all that other shit anymore. I can't do it. It's too much. It's too brutal half the time. Actually, every single time, you know, getting rid of these karmic situations. I don't know. Not for me. Matt Lou says, I hope this is for fun. I'm not sure what you mean. Everything's for fun if you're doing it right. Also, Pluto coming up so much in this context feels like it's saying something about the secret buried desires and transformational properties of contact with them. Yeah, I think that that's very true. You know, I was learning about Pluto the other day, and something that the energy of Pluto is often, because he rules the underworld, we discard things into the underworld because we don't want to see them anymore, and oftentimes Pluto brings it back to us and goes, here, you left this in the underworld, and he brings those things back. And so oftentimes that Plutonian energy can be kind of like the dead being raised, you know, as something new and living, and it's not like a vengeful thing or anything like that, but it is a useful thing to revisit what we've discarded sometimes. And I think that Pluto has been coming up a lot for me in those contexts. So you make a great point. You know, secret buried desires and transformational properties of contact with them. I oftentimes think of layers as well, like Plutonian energy will strip away layers off of you as well. And get to the heart of the matter, you know. Melissa, why did he sabotage things? It was bizarre. God, I've been there too. Some karmic sabotage. Alright, let's ask, why did he sabotage things? For Melissa. Pluto. Man, it looked like it feels like he was probably trying to. If he sabotaged it, it looks like he was trying to get out of it and bring about an end a little bit faster. To have change in love, you know, because change in love. Venus card, and then you've got the eschaton, right? The eschaton is a funny card. It's like forcing heaven onto earth. It's like forcing something into existence. And so it seems like he was forcing by trying to offload this relationship. It forced this discomfort and is trying to move into different love situation. Omar says, sometimes we throw them away because they're painful to look at in their unfulfilled state. That's true, yeah. Sometimes we have these things and we just get rid of them because they're hard to bear. And then they come back to us when we're ready. You know, it is that kind of karmic thing. Hey, no problem, Melissa. Well, yeah, it sounds like you got to get out of there, Melissa. Especially if it's like something that's been going on for a while. Let's see. Let me do this. What will help you transition into life without him? A lot of the same cards. You got patience, so have patience and try to be joyful in every moment that you can. These joy situations involve the ones that surround us. That's why there's all these people around this person, because joy is something to be shared. And so I would say take stock of the things that you're happy about and that you love, and then try to amplify those. And just be patient in the meantime, because sometimes these things take a little while. Yeah, I hope that's helpful. Anybody else? Anybody else got any questions? I like just chopping it up, guys. I like talking to you guys. It's fun. Fun, fun, fun. I want to do more of this with more people and get these cards out into the world, and so you can do it with people, and we can have guest spots, and everybody can just read cards together, do some experiments, make some new cards, read for one another. Be fun. And goofy. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I really appreciate that. I tried to make them straightforward as possible. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't have to be overly complicated, you know? Sometimes it can be just straightforward. Yes, yes, yes indeed. You guys want to do some show and tell? I got some really spooky stuff. Ooh, look at this thing. Looks like a skull. Devil's horns. I'm gonna be doing some magic later, y'all. Got some cool scissors. Ooh, look at those. I can create an oracle with that soon. Yeah. Oh, nice. Well, definitely shoot me a message. I'd love to talk to you about that. I love seeing other people's creations. I got one of these. This is one of those flowers that unfold. It's called like a something to whistle on. And then these are my favorite. Look at these things. They look evil. Let's see. Let's find one that's particularly weird. Looks goat sticking his tongue out at you. Yeah. Devil seed pods. But yeah, reach out and definitely connect with me. I'd like to see what you're working on. It's a lot of work. It takes a lot to make one of these things real. Holy moly. And I think for me, I mean, if you're like me, everything happens in its own time, whether you like it or not. You can set forth with an agenda and a schedule, and it does it on its own time. So be patient with it, and just know that if you open the door to, well, you are opening up a door when you start making an oracle deck. Things start to happen and change. It'll change a lot of things, and it's always for the better, you know, if you're careful. Oh, cool. Great. Nice. Got some good resources. My oldest goes to Sweetheart School and will be teaming up with me to create the deck. Very nice. Yeah, there's more resources than ever, especially if you got family involved. That's great. Very nice. All right, anybody else have anything that they would like to ask or share? Sweet. Woo. U of M. Fun. Very nice. Well, y'all, that's an hour. I'm going to go to bed. We'll do more of these soon, and I really appreciate everyone coming and talking. And it's good to get the boulder rolling again. All of this stuff. I'll talk to everybody again soon. And in the meantime, keep an eye out for all the newness. Peace. You're all welcome. Very welcome. Love y'all. See some of you soon. All right. There y'all. Signing off.